What if everything you've ever dreamed of, those what-if moments that keep you up at night, are more real than you think? Imagine that somewhere, right now, there's another version of you, living out that life you've only wondered about. It's a concept that sounds like science fiction, but it's rooted in ideas that both quantum physics and ancient spiritual teachings explore. And the craziest part? You might actually be able to connect with that version of yourself, tapping into their wisdom, their experiences, and their perspective. Intrigued? Well, you should be. It might seem far-fetched at first, but consider this. Every decision we make creates a new path, a new outcome. Now imagine that every single one of those paths exists somewhere, with a version of you walking down it. What would you learn if you could speak to that you who took the leap instead of hesitating? Or the one who embraced a passion you left behind? In this video, we'll explore practical, powerful techniques like visualization, meditation, and dream interpretation. Tools that could allow you to connect with these hidden aspects of yourself. And no, you don't need any fancy gadgets or to be a meditation guru. You just need curiosity and an open mind. By the end of this journey, you'll not only have a better understanding of these techniques but also a roadmap to start using them yourself. Whether you're looking for answers, inspiration, or just a fresh perspective on life, the key might lie in the version of you that's already found them. So, if you're ready to challenge the limits of your reality, let's dive in and discover how these methods can open doors to new possibilities. The question is, are you ready to meet yourself on the other side? Have you ever wondered if there's a version of you out there in the universe, living a completely different life? Maybe that decision you hesitated to make years ago was taken boldly by this other version of yourself. Intriguing, right? Quantum physics and certain spiritual theories suggest that there are parallel realities where different versions of ourselves coexist. In each of these realities, we follow different paths shaped by the choices we left behind, creating an infinite web of possibilities. The idea is as fascinating as it is mind-bending, and it has inspired many to seek connections with these alternate versions of themselves. The aim here is to dive into practical methods that allow us to explore these connections, bringing into everyday life a way to access these realities. It's not about physically traveling to other worlds, but about expanding the mind, using imagination and introspection to get to know new versions of who we are. Imagine the possibility of, through a simple visualization practice, meeting that you who pursued another career or lives in a different country. These perspectives can not only bring answers to internal questions but also shed light on new paths in the life we're living right here, right now. Who hasn't dreamed of being able to see how their life would have turned out if they had made other choices? This knowledge is powerful, and the good news is that there are ways to explore it. Using visualization techniques, diving into deep meditation, and even paying close attention to dreams can be the beginning of a transformative journey. These practices have the potential to offer insights that can be applied in daily life, creating a sort of dialogue with versions of ourselves that exist beyond what we can see. And it's not something that happens overnight. It requires persistence, openness, and a genuine desire to explore. But once we start, curiosity leads the way. Speaking of visualizations, let's discover how these mental images can be the key to that connection. The power of imagination is often underestimated, but when it comes to exploring parallel versions of ourselves, it becomes a game-changing tool. Visualization allows us to create a mental space where we can explore new possibilities and meet these alternate versions of ourselves. Think of it as daydreaming with intention. Except this time you're guiding your mind towards a specific scenario. Many meditation practices use visualization as a core element, helping people tap into their inner worlds. The same principles can be applied here, offering a pathway to connect with those other yous that might hold insights you've been looking for. To make this more practical, let's dive into a guided visualization exercise. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and imagine a door right in front of you. This door represents a gateway to an alternate reality, one where a different version of yourself exists. Picture yourself turning the handle and stepping through. What does this world look like? Now see yourself meeting a version of you that made a different choice. Maybe they moved to a different city, started a new job, or embraced a different passion. Ask them questions. What challenges have you overcome? What advice would you give me? What do you see as my true potential? Reflecting on these imagined conversations can bring surprising clarity. Even if it's just a mental exercise, the insights you gain might reflect hidden desires or untapped intuitions that you already possess. The goal here isn't to prove the existence of these alternate selves but to use these encounters as a mirror, revealing parts of yourself that are worth exploring. It's like talking to an old friend who knows you better than anyone. Except this friend is you. And as you reflect on these interactions, you might find yourself curious about how meditation can take this practice even deeper. Why meditation, you might ask? Well, meditation is more than just a tool for relaxation. It's a gateway to deeper awareness, a way to quiet the mind and open up to subtler frequencies. When our minds are calm, we become more receptive to the signals that might come from alternate versions of ourselves. Think of it as adjusting a radio dial. By tuning out the noise of daily life, you can start to hear the whispers from those parallel realities. It's not about escaping the present, but rather about expanding your awareness to include other possibilities. A practical way to get started is with a simple tuning meditation. Find a comfortable place, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. As you settle into the rhythm of your breathing, visualize a soft light surrounding you. A light that connects you to an infinite web of versions of yourself. With each breath, imagine this web expanding, reaching out to different versions of you, each one with unique experiences, knowledge, and perspectives. Picture yourself gently connecting with a version of yourself that has a particular skill or wisdom you wish to cultivate. Perhaps it's a version of you that's mastered patience, or one that has a creative talent you're curious about. As you meditate, allow any sensations, images, or even words to come to the surface. These can be subtle, like a feeling of warmth, a fleeting image, or a sudden realization. Don't rush the process. Sometimes the most meaningful insights come as whispers rather than loud declarations. Think of it as planting a seed. You may not see the growth immediately, but with time these connections can become more vivid. And while meditation sets the stage, there's another space where these alternate realities might reach out to us more directly. The world of dreams. Dreams hold a mysterious power, often serving as a gateway to worlds beyond our everyday reality. They are like windows into the subconscious, where time and space bend, allowing us to glimpse alternate versions of ourselves. Some believe that while we sleep, our minds can access information from other dimensions or even connect with parallel selves. Imagine waking up from a vivid dream where you were living a completely different life. These experiences could be more than just imagination. They might be glimpses into another reality where your choices led you down a different path. To harness this potential, keeping a dream journal is a powerful practice. Place a notebook beside your bed and each morning, jot down every detail you can remember from your dreams, no matter how trivial they seem. Over time, you might notice patterns or recurring themes. Perhaps you frequently see yourself in a different role or in places you've never been in real life. To improve your dream recall, try this simple trick. Before drifting off to sleep, repeat to yourself, "I will remember my dreams." This affirmation can prime your mind to retain more details, making those nighttime journeys easier to capture upon waking. Interpreting these dreams can reveal valuable insights, especially if you find yourself living different experiences or embodying different traits in them. For example, if you keep dreaming of yourself confidently speaking in front of crowds, it might be a nudge from a parallel self who has embraced public speaking. These dream encounters are like messages in a bottle, sent from versions of you that are living out different potentials. Reflecting on them can provide guidance or inspiration for your waking life. And as you dive deeper into these dream worlds, the next step is learning how to integrate these experiences into your daily reality. The real power of connecting with alternate versions of yourself lies in applying the wisdom you gather back into your daily life. After a visualization session or a vivid dream, it's essential to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Ask yourself, how can the advice or experiences from that parallel version of me influence the choices I make now? Maybe the you from another reality suggested a different way to approach a problem, or perhaps they demonstrated a strength that you've been hesitant to embrace. These insights, even if subtle, can guide you toward decisions that better align with your true self. Bringing these experiences into your daily routine can be as simple as journaling about them, or even discussing your reflections with a trusted friend. For instance, if your meditation led to a sense of calm you haven't felt in a while, try incorporating more moments of stillness into your day. Or if your dream showed you taking bold actions, consider how you might add a bit of that boldness to your real-world decisions. It's like having a conversation with a wiser mentor, one who just happens to be you from another reality. And as you practice this integration, it becomes easier to notice shifts in your mindset and approach to life. The key to all of this is maintaining an open mind and a sense of curiosity. Not every experience will bring an immediate revelation, and that's okay. This journey is more about exploration than reaching a final destination. Think of it like tuning an instrument. Sometimes you get the notes just right, and other times it takes a bit more adjustment. With patience and persistence, you'll find that these practices not only open your mind to new perspectives but also deepen your understanding of who you are at the core. And speaking of understanding, let's delve into some real-life stories of those who've embraced this journey and found profound personal growth. Real-life stories have a way of making the abstract tangible. Many people who have explored these practices of connecting with parallel versions of themselves have shared experiences that are both inspiring and eye-opening. For instance, there's the story of a man who, through a series of meditations, envisioned a version of himself that had mastered a career change he had always feared. This alternate self offered him advice that eventually helped him gain the courage to make a similar change in his waking life. It was as if that parallel self had become a mentor, guiding him toward a future he thought was out of reach. Another fascinating example comes from a woman who kept a detailed dream journal for months. In one dream, she encountered a version of herself living in a different city, pursuing a passion for painting that she had long since abandoned. The encounter was so vivid that it reignited her love for art. She began painting again, not as a career, but as a way to reconnect with a part of herself that she had lost. This alternate version of herself, in a sense, had reminded her of a path that still held meaning for her. Such stories show that even if these experiences are subjective, they can have a very real impact on the choices we make. These testimonials reveal the transformative potential of connecting with alternate selves. They remind us that, whether through dreams, meditation, or visualization, the insights we gain can have a powerful ripple effect on our lives. Each encounter, each message from a parallel version of ourselves, can be a nudge toward a better understanding of what truly matters to us. It's as if the boundaries between our current reality and those hidden possibilities become a little more permeable. And if these stories have taught us anything, it's that exploring these connections can open up new pathways in our journey of self-discovery. Now let's wrap up by looking at how you can take this journey even further. By now, it's clear that visualization, meditation, and dream interpretation are not just abstract concepts. They're tools that can transform how we see ourselves and the possibilities around us. Each practice offers a chance to connect with those hidden versions of ourselves, revealing insights that can shift our perspectives and illuminate new paths. Imagine being able to access wisdom from a part of yourself that has faced different challenges or made different choices. This process isn't about escaping your current life. It's about enriching it, finding new ways to grow and explore the depths of who you are. It all starts with a simple step: trying out one of these techniques for yourself. Whether it's through a guided visualization, a few moments of meditation each morning, or a habit of jotting down your dreams, these practices invite you to dig deeper into your own potential. Don't worry if the results aren't immediate. Self-discovery is a journey, not a race. Each small insight is a piece of the puzzle, and over time, you'll start to see a bigger picture unfold. Think of it as planting seeds in a garden. You might not see the blooms right away, but with patience and care, they will come. So, are you ready to explore the unexplored parts of yourself? To see where this journey might take you? The answers you're seeking might just be waiting on the other side of a meditation, a dream, or a quiet moment of reflection. Take this opportunity to dive in and let these practices be your guide. If this resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more insights and tips about connecting with yourself on a deeper level. Your next breakthrough could be just a breath away, so let's keep discovering together.